Is that's their initiation, right? It's their
We're
lead.
gonna call them,
Right,
just
that's
as
what I
one
mean.
for us, and then we'll mark one for them.
funds this year?
Okay, because there's whoever's initiation does the lead on
Yeah,
on the
so
motions.
she can start with theirs, and then we'll do ours, and I'll do
There was
this.
a separate.
From the Department of Taxation.
Ron?
Okay. Good morning. I'd like to call this meeting of the Seneca County Board of Commissioners to order for Tuesday, June 21st. Please join us, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Commissioner Zoller will lead us with the prayer.
Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for the opportunity that we have to serve the citizens of Seneca County. We certainly appreciate the weather that we've received, but from a farmer standpoint, I think a little rain would be very nice. We ask your blessing and your strength as we make decisions for the residents of Seneca County in your name. Amen.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Stacy?
Here.
Commissioner Zoller?
Here.
Commissioner Kirchner?
Here.
We'll have the signing of the journal, and I'll accept a motion to approve the DVD recording from the previous board session, which was Tuesday, June 14th, and the written index of that meeting.
I make a motion that we approve the index as outlined. Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Approved, thank you. Okay, we've got ditch hearing we're going to need to do, so we're gonna do that right off the bat. We got a few of them, but the one at 10 o'clock is with Karen County. So we're gonna give them a call.
Here, County Commissioners, this is Natalie. How can I help you?
Hi Natalie, you have the Seneca County Commissioners calling
County
in.
Commissioners,
Hello? Can you hear us? Hello? Oh, okay. You could hear her, she couldn't hear me. I don't know what.
Be on mute.
Yeah, I think it might have been down. Hello?
They're still there.
I think they hung up. I don't see anything that says mute, so.
here, County Commissioners, this is Natalie. How can I help you?
Hi Natalie, it's the Seneca County Commissioners.
Hello.
Hello, sorry, that was us, and our phone was on mute or something.
Oh, that's okay. Give me just a second.
All right.
Hello, can you hear us?
Yes.
Hi, this is Vicki, and I have the Board of Commissioners here.
Okay, we are all present here.
Good morning, everyone in Huron.
What's new exciting in Seneca?
Well,
Our Justice Center, we're doing a groundbreaking soon.
All right. Hi, we're here to talk about the ditch maintenance programs and this here about it. And we have a resolution here before we do it, Marcus is recommending on Central Turner, number 104, 15%, Stackman, Stockmaster, 108, 10%, and Magnuson Creek, 147, 10%. Any questions, you guys, about Aaron's recommendations there?
That's clear ditches.
Are there any changes on those, or are they all the same?
They're the same as you got, yeah.
Same percentages?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right then. We're going to do Aaron Zonewater Joint District 16-01, resolution, a matter of maintenance assessment for the 2016 for Huron and Seneca County Joint County Ditch and Drain Times and the Huron County Ditch Maintenance Program. And that is between Huron County Soil and Water Conservation under the Huron County Ditch Maintenance Program. The recommendations are on each of these ditches, Central Turner, number 104, 15% increase. Stackman and Stockmaster, 108 of 10%. Madison Creek, 147 of 10%. Do I have a motion to approve?
I make a motion that we approve that as outlined. Is Commissioner Fred Zoller, Seneca County.
Tom Dunlap will second that. Moved and seconded that we approve resolution HSBC 16-01. Is any more discussion? Then we'll vote.
Mr. Hinn,
Yes.
Mr. Dunlap,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Bauer,
Yes.
Commissioner Kirschner,
Yes.
Commissioner Zoller,
Yes.
Commissioner Stacy.
Yes.
Now you got one to do too?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yep, I have a resolution for the maintenance assessments for collection for 2017 for the Seneca and Huron Joint County Ditches maintained by Seneca County Ditch Maintenance Program. I have the Martin 26.2, Bordner Shank 48.1, and Landell Nye 18.4.
And are there any changes to those?
No.
Just standard.
Yep.
Could you hear her okay?
We're good.
Okay. And do we have a motion?
I'll move, Gary Bauer, I'll move to approve the resolution as stated in the resolution.
Mike Kirschner, Seneca County, second.
Have a motion and a second. Call the roll.
Commissioner Kirschner,
Yes.
Commissioner Zoller,
Yes.
Commissioner Stacy.
Yes.
Mr. Hinn,
Yes.
Mr. Dunlap,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Bauer,
Yes.
All approved.
That is much easier than driving to Seneca County, but we were just discussing, by not driving to Seneca County, we miss our opportunity to stop at Fatheads.
Well, you're still welcome anytime. The doors are open.
Good to work with you guys. Appreciate the cooperation.
All right,
Good deal.
yes,
Thanks,
thank you.
guys.
Have a great day.
You
Same
too.
deal.
Yes, sir. Okay. This puts us back to the top of the agenda with that one done. Adjustments to the agenda. I have two things I'm gonna add under old business. One, we got a letter yesterday regarding our response to the Tiffin Community Foundation, so let's add that. And then the Seneca County Ag Society, which is the Seneca County Fair, and also the Attica Independent Fair that I brought up a week or two ago. I've got an update there and a proposal on that. Anything else anyone else wants to add?
The new business, I'd like to talk about the possibility of a resolution supporting the 911 event from the county standpoint. And maybe just a real quick review of the timeline again from the JJC for the audience here.
Okay, anything, Mr. Zoller?
Nothing any further.
Add. Stacy, anything to add? Okay. And let's begin through that, because our next scheduled thing is a bid opening at 10:15. So, Tiffin Community Foundation. It was suggested, I think, by Commissioner Zoller, after we had the change order we did to the museum project, the improvement project, to add some additional work while the company was there, and they were able to do those things and to break down the cost, that additional cost, by the same percentages it was before, which was 50% the county, and then from the Barnes Deinzer, and then from the Tiffin Community Foundation. and they have accepted our application for that additional money. And this letter came yesterday in the mail. It says, pleased to inform you that the Board of Trustees of the Tiffin Charitable Foundation has awarded a grant from the White Family Charitable Fund to the Seneca County Commissioners for the Seneca County Museum renovations. It's made possible thanks to the generosity of the late Sherman and Virginia White, residents of the city of Tiffin, who created a trust fund to support charitable endeavors in the community. So it's $2,910 is what the check came for, and we'll proceed with the paperwork for that.
And that's for the addition that was, broke down 50, 30, and 20, wasn't it? 50% by the county, 30% by Barnes-Deinzer, and then 30 for, I think, Barnes-Deinzer, and 20 for something else. Was that
Yes.
how it was? Okay, the
Yeah.
same formula is what we did when we did the $100,000 improvement.
Yep. I think it was
Okay. Very
additional
generous of that.
$12,000 or something of work that we did, so, yeah, so that's very much appreciated, so we'll also send them a note, and obviously do the follow-up for that grant, so that is there. The Seneca County Ag Society, the Seneca County Fair, and the Attica Independent Fair, I had reported that Attica had reached out to us, and I talked to both. They both have, are either submitting or have submitted for a USDA capital improvement grant that was made available to all the fairs in the state of Ohio, but they did have to have a 50% match for that $50,000 to get that. So they both coming up ways to have their matches by either shifting the efforts on projects or whatever it took. They had to make sure that projects met the capital improvement requirements that they were looking at, and so forth. So I would like to propose, I'm indifferent, I'm up for discussion on the amount, but that we give maybe each fair a little more money this year, because they are able to get $50,000 from the state, again, by having $50,000 from either in-kind and/or direct dollars to do those things. And most of them are, I think most of it they're doing by direct dollars, because they said the in-kind stuff just makes it harder. Their applications are due here at the end of the month. I think Seneca County's is in, and Attica's is submitting theirs by the end of this week.
How much are you thinking?
I was thinking somewhere around $2,000 to each fair, knowing that we don't every year give them additional, we give them the standard set by the Ohio Revised Code, which I think to Attica is about $800, and I don't know what it is I forgot to look that up.
What was Attica's request?
Their request was $6,000.
That was my question. What do we give the Seneca County Fair? You're saying Attica, we've given them, by the Ohio Revised Code, we give them 800, and in the past, we've always added a little bit to that. How much was that?
2 years ago, we added a little bit to it.
Last year, we didn't add anything.
Last year, we did not. Last year, we did not.
Seneca County, what do we
I want
require?
to say
1,200?
2,500.
I would think it's $2,500 that we give them based on what we have given.
Yeah, it's required.
That's required. So,
Okay, I would just say by pure population, by coverage, obviously Seneca County is a little larger, so I would propose that we give Seneca County 3,000, Attica 2,000.
is that a motion?
I'll make that a motion.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second to give an additional contribution to the Seneca County Fair, the Seneca County Ag Society of $3,000, and $2,000 to the Attica Independent Fair. Any further comments or suggestions? I know they both will greatly appreciate this. It goes a long ways. When I reached out to them and asked them about what the projects they were doing and so forth, it was everything from, with Attica, they had an opportunity to purchase the land they've been using for parking. They're still paying for the new building, which is what we contributed to 2 years ago. New fence across the front, a loader tractor, a kitchen upgrade for code for commercial kitchen specs with the ventilation and so forth, so they can obviously use that facility for other things, concrete pads outside the buildings, so various things they had. And I know for the Seneca County Ag Society, they purchased a new mower, and I forget what some of their other things were that they were doing, so they will greatly appreciate the contributions. No further comments? The roll call, please.
Commissioner Kirschner?
Yes.
Commissioner Zoll?
Yes.
Commissioner Stacy?
Yes, approved. Thank you. Anything else for old business? Okay. Joint Justice Center timeline, I guess that really is kind of a old business, but yet some new information, so let's go there. I wanted to bring that up.
Well, I know that was, the report in the paper this morning was that the groundbreaking was July 22nd. Probably at this point, just to verify that with us and beyond that, what is our schedule for things? I know that we set up a timeline. I just want to keep everybody current as
Yeah.
to what we're planning here. And we've got the mock courtroom set up, and those guys are reviewing that. There's some adjustments made to that. What's after the groundbreaking?
Okay, and we do have a leadership team meeting on Thursday at noon at the Public Safety Building instead of Friday this month. Then the mock stuff taking place on Friday. After the groundbreaking, I believe the target date on that schedule was about July 29th. And then there were
Yeah.
some significant things, August 5th. Our point of doing it then was to beat the fair. But we will be doing the guaranteed maximum price work at Thursday's meeting. I don't know if Chad will bring any kind of a revised schedule, but the design has gone through, we passed that last week, City Council approved that last night. It was done last week by the Architectural Board review. So those things are all tracking that I don't see any change unless he tweaks it up a little bit by a day or two, but we're somewhere about the July 29th that they'll be on site. And through the last round of stuff with the GMP, I think there's nothing that can hold it up at this point to have them moving with their schedule.
GMP, gross maximum price.
Sorry.
on the project.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. We can begin, we need to do the other, we got a bid open. Let's do that, because it's 10:17 and
Let's see which one's which.
Seneca County Road 5, County Road 56 pavement resurface.
That one's the first one.
That's what's listed first.
Looks like I got two bids here.
Sure.
As Holly said, this is for the Seneca County Road 5, County Road 56 pavement resurfacing project. The engineer's estimate for this project, $660,232, 660,232. Total bid amount, well, the first bid is from Gherkin Paving out of Napoleon. Their total bid amount, $620,811.32, 620,811.32. Second bid is from MB Asphalt out of Old Fort. Their total bid amount, $556,316.86, 556,316.86. And those are the only two I have.
Okay, well, thank you to both companies for giving us the bids. Those will be reviewed by the county engineer and handled as such from there, so appreciate that. All right, we'll continue with some new business and see what we get in before we have the next bid opening at 10:30. We've got down Health Insurance Advisory Committee, I guess a recommendation on a new member for the board,
Yes,
for the council or whatever it is.
the judges have a representative that is on our Health Insurance Advisory Committee. The previous member was Sandy Gurnett, and she has moved on to a different position, so we congratulate her. They have chosen Dana Eborg as to be their representative, so we just wanted to let you know that there'll be a new member at our next meeting. Actually, that will be next week, next Wednesday.
Yeah. So we don't need to vote on it or anything?
Nope.
We just know that there's a new person?
Yep.
Okay.
We put in our resolution just a title instead of a name, because we'd be always changing names,
Sure.
so. That was the judge's appointment.
All right, investment committee, I believe this is Commissioner Kirschner.
Yes, I'll kind of give you a summary of a meeting that we had with, Tanya was there, along with Damon, our treasurer, and a lady by the name of Eileen Stanek from Meter Investments, who is the investment advisor for the county. We reviewed the investment policy, and we've decided that there are some significant changes that need to be made in the investment policy. We did review the investment portfolio. The county has about $16.5 million in investments, and the engineer's portfolio is approximately $4 million, for a total of a little over $20 million in total investments. We decided that we needed to start meeting on a quarterly basis. We thought we would have a phone meeting in April and October, the month after each quarter, a meeting in person with the representatives on the committee in July, and then a full review each January. The committee makeup is supposed to be 5 members, including the treasurer, clerk of courts, and all 3 commissioners. By virtue of the policy, however, that policy may change as we review things. So I think it's very important because of the amount of money that we're talking about here that the county has invested in excess of $20 million. And because we haven't had the opportunity to review it of late, that we need to stick with our policy, and that is start meeting on a quarterly basis to review the investments of the county.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, I'm sure Damon's been doing a good job, but we need to have,
There's no question that
Better.
the portfolio is in fine shape. You know, the investments are very strong. Many of them are bank CDs that are insured by the FDIC, and most others are government treasury bills. So the portfolio has no concern regarding its potential losses. There aren't any. But we do need to keep an eye on it. Again, it's $20 million, and we need to make certain that we're supervising that or overseeing it as we should. So our next meeting will be scheduled for July, after the second quarter numbers are in. And we will also, hopefully prior to that, come up with some recommendations regarding changes to the investment policy.
Good. Good. Thank you.
Very good.
Appreciate that
Thank you.
update. All right, next, parking. We have parking down. We're going to discuss parking as it pertains to the county lots, and that's why John is with us. He's got
Yes.
information for us. Okay.
In thinking of the Joint Justice Center getting started and stuff, concerned about the amount of parking for our employees compared to the amount of parking that the citizens use. And right now, we have 16 spots extra. So we have 142 employees that work in the downtown area here. And with our lots, or in our lots, we have some county vehicles. We have 9 or 10 of them that are parked in this lot that are fleet vehicles and stuff. The health department has a couple. But when you put it all together, and what I'm getting at is parking's going to be at a premium during the construction. I can see Court Street parking going away for quite a while because of construction. That's where the water and sewer lines are going to go. I can see East Market Street parking on the north side, which is the courthouse side. They discussed taking their delivering their equipment and their materials and stuff there. There's just not a lot of other places to do that. So I can see some parking going away to protect our employees so they can get to work and service the county. I think we need to look at some decisions to be made about our parking. We've been very agreeable with the community in the past. Our lot here is used by restaurants, furniture, businesses, beauty schools. The RTA lot's got all of Washington Street, Beehive, all the businesses there use that. The CSB lots are pretty well, they're not very big to begin with, and they're pretty well used up. And of course, we have people coming and going in all of these places every day. And we need to have some place for them to stop and pay their taxes, or stop and go to the health clinic, or even to court. So what we have right now, I don't have a solution to this, but we need to come up with something for our employees during this time where we can utilize our county-owned parking lots for county employees first, and then go from there. I wanted to bring it to your attention that it's coming. It's going to be here pretty quick, so.
And even the number of vehicles that'll be doing county business for us on behalf of this project, that not construction vehicles, but other vehicles that people that'll be on and off the site, that kind of thing,
Exactly.
is going to increase, and they're gonna be in those as much as our daily.
Looking at the whole area here,
Counts.
and I can see, once construction's going, easily see 50 construction guys working, where they're gonna park, and so forth. So-
John, should we start putting a little bit of a warning label on the cars that are in our lot on a daily basis now?
That's the first place you start, yes, and I personally will go around to the businesses and maybe give them a little note, and explain to them why we're going to be utilizing our parking lots for our employees during business hours. After business hours, it's always been an open book, let them have it, but
I mean, but there's some habitual violators in both
Exactly.
the RTA building and a lot and this lot.
exactly, yes,
So those are the ones that need to be warned early.
right,
Okay.
right, so.
Would we not want to utilize other parking areas? I hate to take away the parking areas for potential customers of the downtown business. I'm thinking about that lot, it used to be the old Park Save or something across from the Kiwanis. Maybe to get our employees to park down there, so you leave some of these other lots open for, I just hate to.
Talking about where Hotel Stallsworth was?
No, well, yeah, you got that, but,
Behind the church.
Well,
Behind the church, I think he's across the river.
yeah, across the river,
and
yeah.
there's other
Used
things,
to be some kind of.
other things to be considered too. The city lots have a lot of 2-hour parking. So we ask them to please, take the 2-hour parking off, let business people use those lots, while we're trying to, utilize our lot for our employees during the day.
I'm even thinking something like, could SCAT run at 8 o'clock and at 5 o'clock, pick up people at a lot that, again, I'm thinking across from the Kiwanis on the river there.
They could do
Where
that today.
That way,
Yeah.
because, I look at the Beehive, you look at, the Hair Fashion and all the courts and all the people that are coming to there. I'd rather leave these lots open for customers.
Okay.
In the same sense, I don't know that you can, with the various times, I don't know, that it works to have our employees not be able to park relatively close to where they've been parking, I don't know. Because there is open spots, and if the people didn't, the abusers I see that are parked there the whole time while they're in school or maybe at work, didn't do that, I think there would be a lot more open. I mean, on Mondays out here, there's a lot of open spots.
Right.
Tuesday, say
They
it.
start filling up.
When school's in session, there's.
When school's in.
Not
Yeah.
the academy school.
Migration from our lot is.
And you see where they're walking and where they go. But I think if that wasn't happening, I think we'd have enough to be able to get our business done. And I'm sure the contractor is arranging for the majority of their subs and workers that are gonna be coming elsewhere. They're not planning on our lots. It's those who are coming in otherwise that are doing work, not the construction workers.
Yeah, to bring that in, they've already started some communication. I had a call from Gilbane last week. They're wondering where they can set up their construction trailer. Court Street's gonna be a nightmare. The whole thing, so what they're asking, I'm working with Board of Elections right now, if in the back of the Fifth Third building, if they could set up an office, the construction
Yeah,
company.
we've had a
That's
couple
where-
conversations on that already.
Okay. So parking's a major issue.
It is, and I just want to bring it up to the board that we really do need to figure out how we're going to handle this. and start.
Well, and the violators aren't those people that come to Madison Street or to the Beehive for lunch.
Yeah, because they're in and out.
Yeah, they're in and out. The violators are
Right.
those people that don't belong in the parking lots. They're here for other reasons, and they're there all day,
Yeah.
every day. And
Well, like,
those-
for example, the CSB building, our employees maybe shouldn't be in that Perry Street lot because that's where people come to use the health clinic.
Yeah.
I know our employees are to a point, you know, but it also in offering them a place to go.
Sure.
Because like I say, Court Street's probably gonna go away. Those 6 spots behind the prosecutor there, those are gonna probably go away or be very hard to get to. You know, the lower lot back there, that's pretty well used up. Annex Building has 22 employees, they have no parking. You know, 2 judges and a couple sheriff's cars in the back, and they're done, you know, so there's a lot of overflow of people into these lots. We have the lots, we have the parking spots, they're just in different areas. Hanson has 40-some lots there, I believe, spots there, which I'm sure more than half of those are used up by other than county employees, so. Something that we need to address, we need to figure out how we're gonna do that, whether it's a county parking pass, you know, for the employees or whatever. Because if they get filled up and then we can't have our people doing business, then we're in trouble, you know.
Yeah. And maybe it's a possibility, by the way, I didn't think about that before, is we move our fleet out to DJFS, and if you're gonna use the county car, you're gonna have to go out there. You're gonna bring a car to exchange for that. Some maybe walk over, and
Sure.
they would therefore have to drive out instead of walking over to
Right.
get it. But at least then, that would be, of those fleet cars, if we temporarily stored them out there, that's a
We
possibility.
maintain 4 out here, prosecutors got, victims assistance has 1. You know, there's 9 cars, I believe, that park out just in our lot here that are county fleet cars.
Julie, did you have a comment? You had your hand up.
Well, I was just gonna thank you for thinking of this, because parking is an issue. I mean, you're gonna have jury trials, you're gonna have grand jury meeting. Right now, tax collection is going on, you know, that's prime, June, July, and then again at the end of the year and the first of the year. We've got dog tags that, you know, at any given point, there could be, you know, 50 extra people in the building.
We need a place for our business. You know,
Right,
we're the
and-
largest employer in the downtown area, so we have to have some place to do business as well.
I think if you designate an area for the staff that, you know, is reasonable, that as long as the open area, for instance, our lot for easy access for people in into the building, as long as that's not taken up by the abusers, as you called them.
Well,
You know, you'd hate to free it up and then it didn't really solve anything.
Right.
But we need a point of control. When it doesn't work, then we need to go, okay, this one's got a county pass, this one doesn't. You know, what do you do? And where do you put the notices, you know, you can't park here, or whatever, so.
Well, I appreciate your working out a
Yeah,
plan,
just-
and let's give you input as we have it. And then we have new signs that are about to go up, so,
Yes.
you know, in accordance, kind of coordinated with the new waymarking system that downtown Tiffin has done. So we have those, and those will be going up, and John and I touched base the other day, and I said, either in advance of those going up, or no more than they're up, we've got to start the
Actually,
communication
meeting
step.
with the guy that made the clamps, meeting with him this afternoon, so
Good.
those will probably be going up next week.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you for thinking of this. This is gonna be a major issue
It
in
is.
the coming months.
It's a simple thing, yet it's gonna be major, so. Thank you.
Thank you. We have another bid opening, Metric Road 138 for structure replacement.
one very well. 3 envelopes. Okay. Let's see, engineer's estimate. The engineer's estimate for this project is $56,000. The first bid is from Pre-Stressed Services Industry of Ohio, LLC, out of Columbus, Ohio. And their total bid amount is $58,800, 58800.00. That's the only one I have.
Okay. Although over the estimate, it's not over 10%, so you'll be able to review that and go from there.
Yep.
All right, appreciate the bid. Move on back to the new business on the agenda.
Do you want to do the other bid opening? 10:30?
That one.
No.
Well, that was the second bid opening, Mike.
Yeah, that was the
Oh, that was-
superstructure.
We already did the County Road 56?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was
How much was that?
556 and 620,
And the engineer's estimate was
660.
All right.
Okay, back at the top with the new business, Patriots Day was added.
Yeah, I just want to know whether this commission will entertain a resolution supporting the 9/11 event. I don't have a specific detail, I'll bring it in next week, but before I put the resolution together, I want to make sure everybody feels comfortable with that.
Is this in the form of a financial contribution or just in
No,
supporting it and
just
assisting or?
doing a resolution on behalf of the county in support of the event, in support of its purpose.
Yeah, and I had the parade thing I was gonna bring up too, and we can talk about that as well. Yeah, I'm in support of us making sure that we're helping them promote that event. It's a great event. They've got some awesome videos out. A little teaser one and then one more with more details of the schedule of all the activities for the day, so I think the one's on our Facebook page, so.
I reiterate that. It's going to be really a good thing and bring a lot of people to Tiffin, Seneca County.
Yep, I think that'd be great, Mike, thanks.
Okay, I'll get a resolution put together, or I should say.
There's a lot
Proclamation.
been going on behind the scenes for about
Proclamation,
10
whatever,
years.
yeah.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot of people doing a lot of work. That's good. All right, we've got the time because our next thing is at 11 with some more ditch hearings. So let's go on with the bill vouchers.
One quick question
Sure.
for, I see on the calendar, a commissioner for the Area 7. I know Holly, you went to the one with Kathy last week or the week
Yes.
before. Is one of you going to that?
I think we can participate by a phone conference.
Okay.
And I
All right.
haven't seen the communications confirming the time of that. It's Friday, right?
Friday, yeah.
Yeah. But they said we'd probably be able, if we can't attend, which just doesn't make sense to drive 2 hours to Columbus, if we can do it on the phone call. But they suggest, they were saying we'd be able to do it by a conference call, but I haven't seen any more details.
Okay, looks like 9 o'clock.
Always has it come through with the time?
It's on the calendar.
I might have just stuck it on there so I didn't lose track of it, that it was going to happen.
Yes, they do have a call-in number.
Okay, so that it's now been scheduled. So one of us just needs to participate, and I'm game to do that,
Okay.
since I did the last one, and, it takes a little while to get updated on all the stuff they're dealing with, so
Okay.
if that's okay.
I just remember
Maybe
seeing it
once
on
it's
the
sitting on the
calendar.
call, but it'll just be so that we can hear what they've heard back from the Department of Labor. And
All right, bill vouchers. Nikki, do you have bill vouchers?
I'm sure that they're probably in my email, but as of coming into board, they weren't there yet.
Okay. We will have some bill vouchers. I have a supplement to the permit appropriations to the Workforce Investment Act Fund, putting $54,436.50 into contract services. I don't know what that noise is.
Oh, I thought it was the.
Nobody
the
blowing
thing in the-
up, we're
The thing in the
okay.
back room.
Supplement to the permanent appropriations to the Public Assistance Fund, putting $248,568.50 into contract services. Looks like it's to allow the agency to contract with the Hobie Career Center and the SCAT to serve the individuals of Seneca County for the remainder of the calendar year. I have a supplement to the permanent appropriations for the Children's Services Fund, putting $300,000 into their Children's Services Shared Cost line. I have a resolution authorizing an appropriation adjustment within the M&R fund. He's moving $100,000 from his gasoline to his road line. I have a resolution authorizing a fund advance from the general fund to the ambulance service fund. This is the amount of $336,358. This is the grant amount that we anticipate coming in that we needed to advance that we talked about last week. I have a supplement to the permit appropriation to the public assistance fund, putting $9,000 into travel. I have a supplement to the permit appropriations to the delinquent care and custody grant fund. They're putting a total of $16,950 into their various salary, equipment, and PERS lines. I have a supplement to the permit appropriations to the ambulance service fund, placing that $336,358 into their ambulance replacement line fund. And a supplement to the permit appropriation to the law library fund, putting $1,819.58 into equipment. They did receive a grant for some equipment. I have a resolution amending the board's orders of June 14th, Journal 92, page 272. The resolution authorizing a supplemental appropriation made to the Community Correction Criminal Justice Fund. It looks like they changed the amount. It was originally for $4,000, and they have reduced it to $886.45. I have a resolution authorizing Seneca County Board of Commissioners to enter into a contract with Miller Builders LLC for the construction of the storage building at the county maintenance garage. I have a resolution authorizing the annual assessments upon benefited landowners as defined in section 6131.01 of the Ohio Revised Code. Approval of proposed maintenance work for the several single county ditches presently under maintenance work for 16, and approval performed and submitted by the Seneca County Soil and Water Conservation District Ditch Maintenance Department and approved by the Seneca County Engineer pursuant to section 6137.03. There's a list attached. And I have a resolution entering into contract with Gilbane Building Company for the construction manager at risk, the Joint Justice Center project, pending prosecutor's approval. Excited to finally have that done. And that's all I have.
Move for approval.
Seconded.
We have a motion and a second on approval of all the resolutions as stated. I had one question. I got the printed resolution. I see that the supplemental appropriation to the Public Assistance Fund 2030, that is DJFS travel and expenses. Is that, I mean, do they normally just not move it and depending on conferences they're going to or the number of people they're servicing or any idea? I'm just curious.
There's usually a letter attached. See if she specifies. Sometimes Tanya puts it inside the resolution.
I don't think there was one attached for that.
It might have been an unexpected.
Okay. I didn't remember the code, so I wasn't sure who it was, and I thought it was gotta be them. Okay.
Did Tanya put the description? It's usually in like the first or second whereas.
I just received a request from Seneca County DJFS to appropriate the funds to the Public Assistance Fund in the amount of $9,000.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right. So I know who it is, that's why I wasn't sure. Any further comments or questions, concerns? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Kushner?
Yes.
Commissioner Zoller?
Yes.
Commissioner Stacy?
Yes. All stand approved. We have the two joint ditch hearings to do and an executive session. Let's do citizens' comments at this time. And then we might just have to hold, or we might get the executive session in before the 11 o'clock, I don't know. But citizens' comments at this time, are there any? Seeing none? All right, do we want to try to do the executive session for purposes of personnel?
Yes.
Yeah, let's try to do that.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
I move we move into executive session
For the
I
purpose-
second that.
for the purpose of personnel.
Thank you. All right, a motion and a second, call the roll, please.
Commissioner Kirschner?
Yes.
Commissioner Zoller?
Yes.
Commissioner Stacy?
Yes. We'll go back to executive session.
Why don't I mix it up? Why don't you guys go to the back room this time?
How rude.